To start our game, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of Sprite 1. So we're going to go ahead and click the trash can to get rid of it. It will automatically put you on your backdrops, which is a great time if you'd like to go ahead and click to choose a backdrop and look at the different ones that we have. So we have two options for this game in terms of the way it looks. So you can either do the way I'm going to start out programming it as a snowball fight, which means I could use blue sky, I could use Arctic, I could scroll through and find some other options. Or you could do it as a water balloon fight, which means you could do several of the others. Desert, Jurassic, forest, any of the other backgrounds that for you make sense. Either the beach ones would work great for the water balloon fight. That's the ones I'd probably choose. So go ahead and choose your background for the game. I'm going to go ahead and grab Arctic so that I have an Arctic look to it. Okay. If you go to backdrops, I'm going to go ahead and make Arctic first. So that way I can use backdrop 1 and other backdrops for you win or you lose screens. We'll do that later on. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my characters. So I'm going to go ahead and click choose a sprite, and I'm going to choose animals. Now, if I'm going to do the snowball fight version of the game, I want to use Penguin 2, and as you can see, one of its costumes is from the side. Okay, that's the one I'm going to use. If you're going to do the water balloon version, starfish would be a great option. Duck would be a great option. In fact, his arm looks like he's kind of already thrown a balloon. But basically, I want them sideways facing. Okay, because for one of them, I'm actually going to flip it so that they appear to be looking at each other, the way if you were in a snowball fight, you would be. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Penguin 2. And what I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to costumes. Now, I only want this costume for this penguin. So I don't actually lose anything by removing the rest of the costumes. Okay. And that's what I would suggest that you do, because one of the things that we're going to do is as we get hit, we want to visually show, okay, I've been hit by snowballs. So we're going to actually make versions of this costume right here. Okay. And we'll do that later on. So now what I want to do is I want to position the penguin and size him and get everything all set up to go. So the first thing I'm going to do, grab my green flag and go to looks, and I'm going to set the size, and you can mess with this to get the size that you like, but probably somewhere in the 50 to 60% range. I'll go ahead and do the biggest of those, and again, if I green flag it, now I get it. And I'm going to put this penguin kind of top left corner. I don't want to have it touching the edges, but I really want him to be in the top left corner as much as possible. Okay, now what I'm going to also do here is this is going to set my X position. Okay, so somewhere in the 190s, high 190s, negative 200 works as well. Just to bump that over. So about that negative 200, and that X position is important. Okay, we want to make sure we start in the right spot. Now, if I go to motion, I should have one that says go to XY, and that's my current position here. Okay, X negative 200, and Y I'm going to do as 125 because that's going to be easier for later. Okay, so there's my starting position. X negative 200, Y 125. Nice round numbers like this because we're actually going to mirror this on the other side for our opposing penguin, which is going to be good. And then the next thing I'm going to do is two very simple events. I need 2 key presses. So currently it says space key. Okay, I'm going to grab 2 of these. So I'm just going to grab 1 because I'm going to duplicate this. So the first thing I want to do is when the up arrow is pressed, we will change Y by 10. Okay, change Y by positive 10. If I duplicate this, okay, when the down arrow is pressed, I'm going to go negative 10. What this should do now, I'm just going to put these in a nice, neat stack. and do this so that if I need to come back and add things, I can. But here's my stack right now. So as I green flag this, I can push down and the penguin goes down. I can push up and the penguin goes up. Okay, perfect. And if I click the green flag again, I go back to the starting point. Well, now I need an opponent. Actually, let's stop the video here and we'll do the opponent in the next video.